Welcome back. Today I'm sick, so let's go ahead and try to build something new. Alright, so today we're going to go ahead and try to build something while not feeling that great. So what we're looking at is well, that's interesting, a work in progress of an older plane that I built, one of the early ones, probably one of the fourth or fifth ones I ever built, which is the P-47 Thunderbolt. And so we're going to just kind of tweak it a bit. This has actually already been tweaked. I'll show you the original in a minute. So let me just go ahead and push this out. Alright, and then let's go load up the older one. Alright, so here is the original, and we're going to push this out as well. But we just want to see like what the differences are. Since I learned how to do different kinds of wings and stuff like that, I changed the planes when I rebuild them to reflect kind of the new build style. Am I going to crash on the other one? Not yet. Alright, let's go ahead and push it out here. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, let's go into camera mode. Alright, so if we kind of pull away from the planes, you'll see that there's a size difference. There's a bit... I actually used the same fuselage and just kind of altered the front end. So if we go over to the front end, you'll see this one is round, and then it comes down into a little bit of a long chin. And this is more just like the engine's higher, but it has a mostly circle front end. It's also using the other heavy rotor instead of a prop. The rest of the body is about the same. But the wings are, of course, more to true life on the new version. The exact width is correct. Don't know about the length of the plane. I didn't really check that yet. But you can see this is using, I believe, wing parts. Yeah, it's using wing parts. So this one will probably fly a lot easier, but this one is using just blocks. So what I'm going to do is tweak this a bit more. I might want to thin out the wings. I don't know that this needs double blocks over here. And then the wheel goes up in there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at tweaking this plane and seeing if we can make it look a bit better and a little more realistic. I'm going to go ahead and measure this out because I feel like this is might be correct, but this body's kind of bugging me here. So let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to go ahead and trim this up. Let's see how much. Alright, so from the wings, which is right about here, it should be about, this looks a bit wrong to me. I'll check those wings again. But from the wings, it should be about 7 blocks. And then it should go in. So right about here. Let's go ahead and get our deleting block and delete some of this. So on both sides, this should be a little bit thinner. Okay. So I don't know how this is going to work out, but we shall see if we can get it to look good. Okay. So there is that. Let's go ahead and start tapering this in. And then we're going to go ahead and block this off. Oops. I'm getting a block down here. Don't want that. And block this off. Okay. So now we can put this here. We have our intake here. I don't know what that's actually for, but it's on the plane. So we're going to go ahead and look at that now. Not looking too bad. I don't know about this profile, if that's right or not, but we'll just kind of catch up here with the paint job, just so we can get an idea of how bad it looks. Alright, so there you go. Not too bad. Alright, so we have really blockiness here, which I don't really like. So let's go ahead and tweak this a bit. Go back to our gray blocks and start smoothing this out a bit. And all I'm doing is using the wedges and trying to get just a more rounded features to the body. So we'll just delete that like this. Of course, do that. Use our inverted pyramid or whatever it's called. And keep rounding this off a little bit. And then we're just smooth it out, I guess. And then put our wedges. all the way there, and then pyramid, right? Does that work? It does. Okay, cool. Now, I don't know if it looks good, but we did round it off a little bit on the edges. Let's see how that looks. Not bad. So now what I actually got to do is go back and look at the body and see if I did it all wrong. Okay, also, this is bothering me. Let's ditch some of this double. There you go. That's not too bad. I think that's better for me. And we can just wedge this up a little bit. Like that, maybe? Don't want like this? Maybe? Ugh, I always hit that button. Maybe? I don't know. We'll just paint it. Pretend like we want it that way. Nobody will notice. Okay. So that's not too bad. Okay, so then we have this. Now, the wings on this plane, I think, are supposed to be kind of arch. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. This is left over from the other wing. Okay, let me go look at the picture and see how I'm doing on the shape of the fuselage. Let's go sideways. Alright, looking at the side profile of this plane. It feels a little bit thin, I guess. Also, the wings feel a little bit forward, I think. So let me get the size down photo. If you don't know how I do that, you can look at the tutorial on building planes, and I'll link to it. But what I do is I shrink down a real version of the plane and then measure the pixels to get an idea of how I should be doing. So this should be about 9 back. So yeah, so this wing is already wrong. So the wing should start right at this point here. So let's block that. So let's go ahead and grab some of this wing. So I'm going to paste that. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the other side, clear this out. Alright, so now we have the wings in the right spot. So let's go ahead and just mark that. So I can connect them. You know what, maybe I don't have to connect them. Anyways, just leave them like that right there. Okay, so that is correct. So the wings are there. Now this cockpit is now slightly frontwards. Red. Okay, so let's go ahead and tweak this. So what I'm building, the problem with Stormworks is that you're not going to get to build a plane to perfect scale because the blocks are thicker than you would actually have the plane's body be. So when you're building, you tend to have to make things a little bit thicker or a little bit wider, a little bit longer compared to the scale vehicle to make it look right. Okay, so looking at this, we'll try it right there. If we hate it, we'll do it again. Now on the real plane, this slightly slopes down. Now we can do the latest craze, which is using the wing blocks, but I don't know how it looks because you can't really round off the wing blocks, which is a problem. So that's why I don't usually use them. I used them on the P-40s, but I don't know if I really loved it. So if we look, we'll get a slope, but we won't, it won't be at the amount of slope that we need. So like really this slope should start maybe like where, right about here and come all the way down. But see, we're only gonna get a slope at the far end. So that's why I'm not too crazy about using the wing blocks or using the wings as, you know, say, like, I don't think that looks better than just having it straight. See, it like digs in there. So we're not going to do that. We'll rather keep the back straight. Okay, so we're going to keep the back straight and we're going to check out what we have on the bottom here. Okay, so right off the bat, this looks terrible. So we're going to take that out and we're going to bring this, I think we're going to bring this back here. So what I'm doing is just kind of making my border wall here. Border wall. Trump. So for right now, this looks pretty good. I'm going to just start kind of getting that profile. Okay. So it looks pretty good about there, maybe. And then, oh, you know what? This goes, this elevator, I mean this rudder comes down a bit more here. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, see, I'm starting to get the shape. So if we, I don't know if the red will look better, but if we just look at the shape, we're just trying to get the profile right. So I almost feel like that one has to go. Let's look at it again. So if I round off that, this comes in. We could actually bring that in by one. And that's starting to look more like the body shape. It is, I'm starting to think it is a little bit long. Oh no, it is the right length. All right, I am incorrect. This is correct. The whole body is correct. Okay, cool. So let's just fix the front back end here really quick. So the profile again. That's pretty good. Okay, so down here is a, where's it at? It's about here, I think. So there's the tail, and it's about here. Yeah. Our landing gear goes right in there. Maybe. Maybe if it wants to go in there. I don't know if it wants to go in there. So we can do one of these. I never know about landing gear. I always do them differently. So we're going to go ahead and see. On the latest plane, the TBF, I've kind of played around with landing gear that are not straight. So if we go like this, and then let's do pink, so we know which parts are not connected to the plane. And then force it in. Alright, and then this would be a block there. And then that would come down, maybe, and then we have our profile, which doesn't look too bad actually. And how's our paint job? Our paint job's fine. Okay, not too bad. The wings are just slight. On the real aircraft, the wings slightly arch up. I don't know if I'm going to bother doing that. Lately, planes fly really bad when you arch the wings, so I might leave these straight for a while just to see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. We'll look into it. We'll look into that. But for right now, that's looking pretty good here. I'm liking where it's going. And we can spawn this just to see. Well, maybe we should hook up the tail wheel, just roughly. So let's go ahead and get some logic blocks out here. There we go. All right. All right. Messed my head up. All right. So there we go. So the gear comes out. Looks almost right. I think I want this gear at a slight angle. It's acting a little weird. Guessing it's ramming into things here. Let's try a slight alteration on this. Let's do a gear of like 0.60 or something like that. All right, let's try that. Okay. Almost accurate to the real plane. I think maybe 0.70. Let's do 0.70. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. These wheels may or may not be too high for the plane. It may sit a little bit lower than this by maybe one block. So I may be doing one block on these lower so that it pops in. But not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look from the view here. Yeah, I think the changes we made by moving the wings back helped a lot, and moving the cockpit back, and then adding the landing gear back there and shaping the back side. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here because I've got to get the TBF finished and up on Discord for people to go ahead and play with. So if you're on my Discord, the TBF will be available for download in the pre-release section, I believe it's called. If not, you'll see on the side it'll say release vehicles or something like that, and you can download there and play with it. For now, we're going to be building this, and I got to get Dumbo done. So I don't know how much of that I'm going to get done, but it's almost the end of the month, and I want to get at least a little teaser video just to say that we did something with Dumbo. All right, well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Look at me just staring at that plane. It's beautiful.